guys, welcome back to the January update part 2. Today is January 30th. The weather is beautiful. It's actually unusually warm. It's supposed to get above 60 degrees Fahrenheit today, which is really odd because it was freezing yesterday. But I suppose that's how Georgia weather goes. But anyways, we're going to start this second part of the January update with the Cattleya walkeriana. And we're currently in my bedroom. That's where it's hanging out. And I just want to show you guys this weird growth habit that it has. So in the previous update, it produces this weird growth right here that didn't do anything. I thought it was a flower spike, but it probably was potentially going to be a flower spike, but it didn't really happen. So now it's sporting a new growth from that weird growth. And so I guess this next growth here is going to be a new pseudobulb. So this window is kind of like southeastern facing, and I just have a few orchids in my room here. Right next to it is a no ID Cattleya type, which I do have a picture of it because the division that it came from, it's at my parents' house and it actually bloomed. Yeah, so I now know what it looks like. It's working on a new pseudobulb. Yeah, and then next to it is another walkeriana. It's a different cross. Behind it is a Dendrobium speciosum. But yeah, it seems to be doing fine as well. There's the Cerastostylus hanging out there in the kulog. It doesn't need a ton of light, so it's okay being there. It just needs to be constantly moist, which is why it's on a kulog. But alright, let's go head downstairs to show you my main growing area. And normally I would edit this part out, but I just want to show you guys here on the stairs. I keep my Cassidum here while they're in dormancy, but it looks like they're breaking dormancy right now. At least two of them are. This one is a Millennium Magic Witchcraft, which I can't say the first part of the name. It's working on two new growths right here. Yeah, there's one tiny bit there. Oh, it's not a macro lens, so it can't really focus up close. I keep forgetting that. But it is stabilized, so it's not too jerky. And then we have another growth here on a back bulb. So that's really neat. We're gonna wait a few more weeks before we repot them. But this one is a FDK Dark Black Pearl. It didn't bloom for me when I got it. It just went straight into dormancy, but this new growth is a little bit more advanced as the other one, as you can see. But that's the only growth that I can see. And then we have this one, which is another FDK. This one is the Sunset Valley Orchid that was in bloom in the previous updates. It's still in dormancy as far as I can tell. Yeah, so. Uh-oh. Okay, well, I had to stop the video for a moment there because I had quite the mishap. I knocked over the FDK Black Pearl. We're okay now. Well, let's continue with the update as we head down to the living room. So, let me pull back. This is kind of the reason why I got this place, because all the windows and stuff right here. I like bay windows. I think they're neat. And so I thought it would be perfect for these three plant stand. But yeah, check out my giant avocado tree, which I happen to strung some LED string lights on it at night. It looks really, really nice. That just lit up. It's not really growing that much right now, which is good because it's indoor and I don't need it to, you know, get add another 3 feet or something. Here I have just a few orchids and other plants. Sort of like a display area, I guess. I didn't want to crowd the area too much, but first off is this, there's the name of the tag. I'm not going to read it because it's so long. It's developing this new growth nicely. And then back here is one of my favorite orchids. It's the Cattleya nobilior. So, exciting news. It's developing a new growth right there. Hopefully that will become a flower spike, since what it's coming off of it is a pseudobulb. So moving on, this is the flava. The cross is there, and it's also working on a new growth as well. I hope you can see that. And right behind it is a marble moss ball. I've just recently got it online, and it's pretty, I don't know, I thought it's pretty fun. And it's just sitting here and sitting in water, and how you take care of it is that you just change out the water periodically and then give it bright indirect sunlight, which same condition as an orchid, but it likes to be a little bit on the cooler side. So I think it looks really nice in this apothecary jar. And recently I gotten into air plants. I went to a Pike nursery, which I've never been to before, and they just have these guys laying around. And I found these, I forgot what they're called, but they're little glass boxes. I thought it was very fitting. Actually, I think it was marketed for air plants. But yeah, I got these two. This one, the tag says Butsii. This is a Tillandsia caput medusae. And right behind it is my Psychopsis mendenhall, working on a new leaf, pseudobulb. This one is a Craptovaria. The cultivar is Bashful, and that's a Cattleya Brazilian jewel, which is a cross between two of my favorite Cattleyas species. It's Nobilior and Walkeriana. So hanging from it is that Dendrobium, which I forgot the name of it. It's in the tag there, but I can't reach it. And below it is the Bulbophyllum echinolabium. I'm thinking about just trading this one. I don't know. I just don't really like it now for some reason. And I mean the flower looks nice, but it smells really bad. So I'm considering trading it or something. It's my dragon fruit. That's a new growth right there. That's working on. It's doing really well here. Gets very bright morning light and indirect light. It should be outside, but it's kind of cold lately. I should probably bring this out. It's kind of warm outside right now. This is the Slogene usitana. Not really doing much, just maturing its 3 new pseudobulbs. And we have the Phalaenopsis here. This is a species. That's the Bellina philippinensis, and I think this is another Bellina, but it's the Alba variety. It's a no ID generic white Phalaenopsis that has a pink lip or purple lip. I don't want to get my hopes up, but I think it's I can kind of see that something is breaking through the stem of the orchid, and I want to say it's a flower spike, but it's really too early to tell. But I'm hoping it's kind of appearing at the place where we expect a flower spike. Speaking of flower spike, look at that. I have 2 very, very big buds from this no ID Cattleya that I've been caring for maybe 3 or 4 years now. So I'm really happy to see that. It's terribly backlit, but you can see I'm hoping it'll get much larger I'm thinking about doing a time-lapse video on this one. I have to figure out how to the technical aspects of that, but I think it'll be a good candidate. It's a No ID Kelly as well. The same one as the one that's in my bedroom. Just another division. There's the Vanda. Hasn't bloomed ever. It's doing well. And you can see my hilariously small clown car. That's a CG rolling, and hanging from it are some of my mounted orchids. This is a No ID something. I'm considering just unmounting this and putting it in a pot. This is kind of awkwardly mounted now. And that is the rootless orchid, the Calychista. Yeah, so there are 3 flower spikes. So that's really exciting. Hopefully it will be blooming in time for the Orchid Society show that I have here. What's the cardinal gem? It's developing a leaf right now, but every single leaf that it has so far, it's been bigger and bigger, so it's doing really well. It's No ID Calia. It's just, I don't know, it's just growing. There's no signs of it blooming, so that one might have to go away as well. This year I'm really into downsizing. It's quite taxing on the watering schedule. This is the Phalaenopsis mariae. It was doing kind of terrible the past few weeks during that cold snap where it was really dry. But I've been watering it every other day, and it's doing much better. This new leaf is a bit longer than the rest of them, so that's a good sign. On the other hand, the Trichoglottis brachiata variety of Inmar is not doing so well. I think it really needs really hot weather, humid weather. I'm kind of not giving it that. Hasn't been really doing much. I mean, it's not dying or anything, but it's just stalling. Speaking of stalling, this Dendrobium antenatum is stalling as well. The new growth is fine, but it's not developing any roots, so I don't know what that's about. Maybe it needs more heat and humidity. The Brassavola nodosa is right there, and another, it's a Cattleya intermedia. They're doing well. They're developing roots right now. And this guy is a Lycaste hybrid that is producing like 4 growths at the moment. I can't believe it's doing that. Even the old one is developing a new growth right here. I don't know what that is. That kind of, I want to say that looks like a flower spike or something, but I thought that this one only develops a flower spike on a immature pseudobulb, which this is where it's coming from. It's not an immature, it's quite old, and this pseudobulb is really big. It's bigger than the last one. But underneath here is some of my forgotten orchids. This is the Cattleya delosa. It needs watering today, I think. And that is the Phalaenopsis speciosa, working on a new leaf. It's a No ID hybrid Phalaenopsis. Just hanging out, getting big. Alright, so we're gonna stop here for the second part. But yeah, I'll stop it here, and I will pick it up at part 3. So see you in the next one. Bye.